Hello, today we are going to be talking about task 7, writing linear equations. And I just want to go to our map because we are going to we're going to write an equation for the help center to the water slide first using the slope intercept method or the solve for B method. And then we're going to do the concession stand to the toddler area using point slope form. And then after that, I just want to quickly talk to you about horizontal and vertical lines. So let's get started. So help center to water slide again using the slope intercept method. The 2 points for these, the help center was 0, -11, which if you think about that, that is the y-intercept, but I'm not going to use that point just because I think it might make it confusing. But we'll take a look. It'll be a great way to check our work. And the water slide point is at 1, 2. And I look back at one of our previous tasks when we had to find the slope. And the slope between the two, we've already done this. The slope between the two, at least on mine, is 13. So you're going to go back and look at that slope task. You'll have the slope for all of your combinations done already, so you won't need to do that. So again, the slope for mine is 13, and the point I'm going to use is 1, 2. Okay, so again, this is the slope intercept method, so we should probably review what that is. Y equals mx plus b. And your job, if you think about it, I have 3 numbers here, and I have 4 variables. Okay, so we're going to plug these numbers into their spots. So the 13 is going to go where m is, the 1 is going to go where x is, and the 2 is going to go where y is, and it looks like that. So now we're going to make this multiplication. Obviously, 13 times 1 is 13. We're going to subtract 13 from both sides. We're going to move this 13 over here. All right, and then 2 minus 13 is -11. So we have that. Now this is where some students get confused with this method. We need to write the equation, and actually on the task worksheet, they have kind of the blanks there for you. You just got to fill them in. You fill in your 13 in the blank and your -11 in the blank. But if you're just writing the equation, you have to write those, and what a lot of students end up doing is they fill in the 2 and the 1 with that equation. You do not want to do that. You want to have an equation that looks like this: y equals 13x minus 11. All right, so it needs to be in slope intercept form. You need to have a y, you need to have an x. So don't fill these in when you write your final equation. Which brings me to the second method when writing equations. I prefer this one because we don't get this problem. Once you plug the numbers in and you do all the math, you end up with the answer. There's no rewriting it. So I prefer the point slope method. So let's take a look at it. From the toddler area, the concession stand, the slope was -1. Again, I have that already. And the 2 points were -4, 6 and -13, 15. And so what I'm going to use is the one with the smaller numbers, the -4 and the 6, just a personal preference. So the point slope form, there's the point I'm going to use, -4, 6. The point slope formula looks like this. And then our unknowns are the y1, the m, and the x1. This y and this x are essentially this y and this x in this formula down here. So they're not going to get substituted with any value. So the -1 is going to go here. The -4 is going to go for the x, and the +6 is going to go for the y. I'm going to plug those 3 numbers in. The first thing I'm going to do is fix this. If you jumped right to x plus 4, that's totally fine as well. I just wanted to show you. So again, this is going to change to +4. And then they're going to distribute the -1. You can write -1x. You can write -x. I don't care. Looks like that. Now we have to move this 6 over to solve for y, because essentially we want to put it into this form. So we're going to add 6 to both sides. And -4 plus 6 is 2. And that's my y-intercept. And there's my equation. So again, I prefer this method, but I don't care what method you use. You can mix them up if you want to, try them both out. But I do want to talk about horizontal and vertical lines quickly, and I do want to go back to the map and show you, that we're correct here. So here we go. Let's go back to the map. There we go. So this was the -1 slope problem, right? And so if I carry this -1 slope out to the y axis, it should hit at +2 because that's what our equation said. So when I go down 1, forward 1, so that's -1, and I keep doing that, I do hit at +2, and that's exactly what our uh, equation found out. Okay, and then for the blue line here, this was the +13, and because this point is 0, -11, the -11 is the y-intercept. And if you have problems like that that you have points on the y-intercept, then you already know the y-intercept, and if you're comfortable enough, you can jump right to that. You already know the slope, you've done the y-intercept, you could fill that one in just like that. All right. Now I do want to talk about horizontal lines. We can take a look, like maybe we had concession to Lazy River. Let's say you had a combination like this and you needed to find the equation. Well, the slope's going to be 0. So that's y equals 0x. Okay. But the y-intercept is 15. So really the equation for this horizontal line between the concession and Lazy River is just going to be y equals 15. All right. Y equals 15. Okay. Now, I don't have any vertical line situations. Let's just, I don't know, pretend. Can I, see if I can write that here. So let's just say we have, again, this maybe vertical line situation where we have one of our attractions right here. This is just going to be x equals 10. The slope is undefined. All right, you're not going to write that on your task 7. I mean, you may want to, but the actual equation would just be x equals 10. All right, the line crosses through 10. Every x value on this line is 10, so it's x equals 10, just to help you out. I hope this video helps, and I'll see you guys next time.